Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football here at the Flower Mound Marcus 7-on-7 state qualifying tournament. Here with Greg Tepper's favorite head coach, Antonio Wylie of the Coppell Cowboys. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us.
Thanks, Stepp. How you doing today, man?
Man, it's a little warm. It's a little humid, but, I mean, it's June in Texas, right? What else you expect?
No doubt. I mean, all the rain we've been getting, I was kind of looking forward to the bright skies today.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now, Coach, first off, your kids are competing today. Now, you've already taken care of business. You've already qualified for the state 7-on-7 tournament, third straight year for Coppell. You got a mixture group today. You got some young kids, some older kids that are playing. For the young kids especially, this is a chance really for them to prove themselves and show, hey, I can compete for playing time. I can compete for a varsity spot. What do you want to see out of your young kids especially today?
I just want to see them start to mature a little bit, learn how to do it without our quarterback, who's on a visit right now. Learn that understand our mentality is next man up and go play the best possible way we can. And just to see them grow, go out and compete at a high level, and that's a big deal because you got some really talented teams out here. So just to see them go out and compete and mix it up is going to be huge.
Never have enough depth either, right?
No, sir, not at all. So with them getting these quality reps, they may pay dividends in the playoffs.
All right, now looking back to spring ball in the off season, I know spring ball wrapped up not too. You guys actually wrapped up in early May. You started a little bit earlier, so I want to ask you, what were some of the big kind of tent poles that you wanted to get accomplished with your kids during the spring? Were there any position battles that you kind of had written in pencil that you wanted to see some kids step up in? And then I guess the most important thing, did you come out of the spring all healthy?
Let's start with the most important thing. Yes, we came out of the spring healthy. That's the one thing you go into. You have question marks when you roll into the spring, and you want to get those answered, but not at the expense of getting somebody injured. One of the things was our O-line. I think we shared some things up there throughout the spring. Another thing was a couple of D linemen that we had to replace from last year. We had a D tackle that turned on and became really good for us towards down the stretch and through the playoffs. So just seeing young guys step up into those roles and show us that they're going to be able to get the job done, that was huge for us. And just seeing our leadership kind of emerge in spring ball, where you start to see the captains of the team, the leaders of your team, start to take control of situations before coaches have to.
All right, now last year, your quarterback, who's not here today, Edward Griffin, really burst on the scene, and then he ended up, committing to Baylor not too long ago. And I know, a lot of people didn't know about him last year before the season started, but I know you told me during 7-on-7 last year, hey, our quarterback is special. He's going to be a great player. So for Baylor fans and fans of big-time recruits, what makes your quarterback, Edward Griffin, such a special player, and what did you see in him as a young player that made you know this kid's going to be something special?
Man, Eddie G, that's what I call him. And I'll tell you this about him. He prepares. That's the one thing I'll tell you. You watch kids go through, and some of them just, they show up, they do what the coach tells them, and that's it. This kid goes in, he's going to watch the tape. He's going to ask educated questions. He's going to watch film with our OC 3 to 4 times a week, every week, just to make sure that he's on the same page. And so his level of preparation is what separates him. Obviously, he has all the physical tools. He can throw it. He can, he can make decisions. He can do that. He can put the ball in a lot of tight spaces. But the thing that separates him is his ability to prepare. I mean, I'll tell you this right now. In my opinion, he's one of the best in the state, if not the best.
And when I've watched him play, what I've noticed, what struck me is his mentality. He doesn't seem to get rattled by anything. He seems to be a leader. All the things that you want your quarterback to be. I mean, he'll get on a kid when he needs to as a leader, but I mean, he just kind of seems cool as a cucumber. Is that kind of the mentality you want to see from your quarterback, not to get too high or too low?
Oh yeah, that even kill mentality. Like, it doesn't matter where we're at. If we're up 30 in a tight ball game, it doesn't matter. He's going to be the same cool customer every time when he walks out there and takes a snap. And it's funny. He's got a different style of leadership. You don't see him actually get after teammates a lot. He picks them up when they make a mistake. Hey, we're better than that. Let's go to work. And I think he's special, man. When I start talking about what type of leader he is and how he leads our locker room and what he does, he leads by example. He gets it done. And I think everybody knows what the standard is around him. And I think when you have that type of a situation, everybody wants to rise to that standard.
Speaking of special, I know you're hoping that Coppell can have a special season in 2024. In your 2 years there, I think y'all have taken another step each year. You get there in 2022. You guys go 9-2, become a playoff team. Last year, you win the district championship. You go 12-1, play on Thanksgiving weekend. I think you guys have established yourselves as a very good team, but that next step sometimes can be the hardest one. You've been around elite teams in the past as a head coach and as an assistant coach. From your perspective, what does it take to go from being good to great?
Oh, man, it takes a level of commitment from everybody. When I say level of commitment, I'm talking about doing the little things all the time. When nobody's watching, what are your players doing? Are they still standing and holding the standard when you're not around? And then it takes that level of excellence to get better every day. When we walk in that room, somebody else is working, whether it be weight room, on the field, whatever it is, somebody else is working. You got to have a level of commitment that you won't be outworked that day, because at some point you're going to run into that other team that wants to be elite, that wants to break through that barrier. And how do you come out on the top side of that battle? I think we have a very special group right now. Our 25 class has got some really talented kids in it, but more than talent, we got great kids in that class. I mean, they all hold each other accountable. They understand. They don't get their feelings hurt when they're corrected by one another. I mean, I think we have a chance to be special, or potential to be special. But you know what? Potential means you hadn't done anything yet. So, if you can stay healthy and you can battle, and coaches do a great job of coaching kids and making adjustments, I think we have a chance to be a good football team.
Coach, appreciate your time. Let you get back to watching your kids. We'll see you in College Station, and good luck in 2024.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Matt.